everyone, welcome on in. Welcome on into the stream. Hey Georgie, hey Tristan, hey Common. You did indeed make it on time today. You're on time if you make it into any part of the stream, though, I can't lie.
Unto death.
Hope you're ready for some Bretonnia. As I've said a couple times in the comments, this is actually going to be my very first Bretonnia campaign ever, so this should be a good bit of fun. Learning the haughty Frenchies and their majestic cavalry. How are you all doing today? Tristan, you're mentioning that the wildfires are getting closer. That's coming in from up there in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. Hope you all are safe. You do stay safe. Hey, Leonis, welcome in. You just finished, or you just started your scroll playthrough. Looks pretty good. This is the like I said, very first time we're gonna be playing Bretonnia. I jumped into one Rapun's campaign for maybe a turn, and immediately left. This was very early on though, because the Tomb King summoned in some extra help, and I was like, nah, I'm out of here. Yes, we're over here on Lustria. We'll see if we can come on down and punch Scroak in the face just for you there, Common. We've got all the cavalry. We'll see if he recruits up what it takes to stop us. We are playing over here in SFO as well, so our faction overview, we're going to have unique technologies, unique landmarks, and then unique Green Knight skills, being that we are the Bordeleaux Errant. Each of the individual factions from Bretonnia has different effects for all of those different items there. I don't know of them all, of course. We're just starting up Alberich for the first time here. Cavalry is key. That would make sense. Storm Vermin with Cavalry Bane. That's fair. And that's why we're going to bring Trebuchets and all of the Life Mages. We know what we need to do. Don't blow Lionheart. What do you mean? We're going to get all of the cavalry brought down. He's gotten a little bit better with his cavalry, hasn't he? We'll see how many of our cavalry survive. Alberich is awesome because he actually starts off with, well, he doesn't start off, but he's got this sweet trident here, which I imagine would be excellent at dealing with the Skaven. Give you a lot of extra reach. The lizards are going to be a bit of a problem here. In SFO, the Slan Mage Priests are much more scary than they are in base. Got a bunch of extra abilities. They actually help themselves recharge magic even faster, kind of at base. They've got a bolt of the old ones they can use 3 times, which blinds people and explodes fools. All sorts of good stuff. His fielding looks like a bunch of skinks there, Torchic. Or Lionheart. Ah, Lionheart's great.
My deeds are legend.
I did most of my early years before I could afford a system that could run this. I did most of my early years watching Lionheart's campaigns.
Noble.
Good inspiration for, or a big inspiration for me starting my own channel even. Toast to Lionheart. Okay, so with Bordeleaux, we're actually going to be starting with just a minor town. Luckily, it is tier 3, so that does help things out a lot. We don't have to worry about upgrading the town. And our garrison, is it looking alright? Well, it's a bunch of peasants. So, I mean, that's that. We do have some Knights Errant in there, though. So, I mean, we can do with their best. We'll definitely want to strike out and get some more land conquered and get some walls in on Burgone, probably as soon as we can. I will leave the livery in for now so we can grab some more Knights Errant after we win this first battle here. Because we will likely, well, I guess if we win, we'll go after Tokchik, then come down here to Joatek, which appears to only have the Skink Foraging Camp, which I think should turn into, what is our, oh, it'll probably be the fields, if we claim it. Windmills. Oh, and these are all going to actually increase our garrison as well. That's one of the things I love about SFO. Different buildings give you different garrisons as they would. What have they done with the mummy frog? Well, he's been juiced up. bunch of extra lizardmen roids injected right into the veins. We get an outlaw camp. What's the password? This would drop us some chivalry, so we would probably not want to put this in ever. Or at least until we have a lot of extra chivalry laying around. We gain more post-battle loot per turn, though, as long as our control is high. That's pretty amusing. It would allow us to recruit in the merry men. Which are pretty solid archers. 200 range is quite far. They're launching arrows. Alright, well, I'll quit going through the buildings here pretty shortly. Oh, we get some extra medical plants with the apothecary. And then the Chapel of the Lady helps us move further. We gotta be pretty picky with what we put in on this first settlement here, just because it is a port. I wonder if the ports count as industry. No, it would count as a port. That makes sense. Yeah, we'll get the guardhouse and stuff in later. Let's get to the first fight with Alberich here.
For now, yes.
Is it Alberich or is it Alberich? Alberich or Alberich? I can't pronounce it wrong the entire time. That'll hurt me. He is luckily he got a bonus V large, so we can charge him right on into the big old mummy toad. As long as he can't escape, we should be able to beat him down pretty quickly. His battle effects are he's got a little bit more leadership size. He's very shouty. He's got more melee defense for our peasant mob, spearmen at arms, and men at arms. Not bad. And more defense for all of our knights. At least the Knights of the Realm only. Interesting. We've also got some upkeep reduction for Knights Errant, Knights of the Realm, and Pegasus Knights. And then 20% more upkeep reduction for Knights of the Realm. I'm not sure what this means. Maybe we have extra access to reducing it later on. It's not giving me an exact amount. Alberich, that we can do. Thank you, Common. Needed a break from watching the political content. Yeah, there's a bunch of it out right now. Time to run down some angry lizards. It is indeed. He does end up becoming lion-hearted. Maybe not the king, but lion-hearted. He also starts off with the Knight's Vow already finished. So he's got the Pledge to Knowledge, and the Knight's Vow gives us... Okay, so that's what's giving us the quote-unquote greatly reduced upkeep for the Knights. I wonder what the exact amount is on that. Now we need to take up the next vow so we can go for the Pledge to Campaign, so win a siege battle in desert or jungle climate. The Pledge to Manon, so winning a battle at sea, and then the Pledge to Protect, defeating a legendary Lord of Ogre Kingdoms, Beastmen, Greenskins, or Druki. I think the Siege in the Jungle's probably the easiest one to go for. I set down my lance, symbol of duty, I spurn those whom I love, I relinquish all, and I take up the tools of my quest. No obstacle will stand before me, no plea for help shall find me wanting. No moon will look upon me twice, lest I be judged idle. I give my body, heart, and soul to the lady whom I seek. Indeed, we'll pledge to campaign here. And that'll give us some upkeep reduction for the questing knights, more movement range, and more weapon strength, which is always pretty solid. Punching harder always works out for me. For Alberich's unique items here, we've got the Trident of Manon, which give us some more melee attack and defense, more strength, and then the Wrath of Manon ability, which looks like a one of the line wind effects. Some nice 100% armor piercing damage that discourages the enemy. And then more melee attack while attacking at sea. Be great for hunting down Noctilus later on. We are in a jungle, so yeah, no, that seemed like an easy choice to me. We'll also have the Braid of Bordeleaux later on, which will give us even more melee attack, and the Braid of Bordeleaux, so everyone around him will have some extra bonus V large leadership and a Strider. Ooh. I guess that helps us get around in the jungle a bit better there. Then dropping enemy leadership by 10. That's incredible. Sweet.
Do you know who I am?
Well, apparently your name is Pierre, but I think we should likely rename it to Kevin. So welcome on in, Kevin, for this series. Let's hopefully you survive longer than the first little battle here. And what? Let's get on in here.
My reputation precedes
Alberich is starting off with some foot squires. They've got their armor piercing and anti-infantry. Not a lot of stats on them. They're but simple peasants. Got some men at arms as well. They've got a bit more melee defense, mostly coming from their shield there. And then the pox arrows just kind of slow down any speedy units coming out from the lizards. Alright, I think we're definitely going to take some casualties from the magic coming out from the Loxlan mage priest here, but let's go punch us a mummy toad.
For the late.
Or the lady for fair Bretonnia. Thanks going for gold, I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, no, minus 10 leadership is a ton. It's it's very similar to what Zatan gets. He gets a couple of them layered up, so we're going to do everything we can to layer up that leadership reduction now that we see he has it. Got a bunch of activated abilities. From a this toad is huge. Luckily, this is kind of a weak army. Like, we've got just a couple skink cohort, javelins, which, they have anything extra special going on? Some fun resistances, but besides that, no, they're not so special. And then the skink skirmishers. Alright, we'll use the cavalry to run these guys down, and then Alberich and the paladin can move on in to beat down on Toxic. Let's get this battle started. And if any of you have played Bretonnia more than once is all it takes, feel free to let the tips and strategy bring them forth. I'll definitely need the help. Besides, don't leave your cavalry in like Lionheart in the old days. It's not them I tend to lose. It tends to be my mages. Send the mage into melee and he gets karate chopped. He just kind of looks irritated. We woke him up from his nap. Never underestimate enemy armies that aren't human. True. There will be no underestimation going here. We definitely want to keep the knights away from the Sora spears. In fact, I've learned underestimate no armies ever. Alright, we're going to go ahead and deploy the units. I do a lot of, when we're setting up, most of my movement is through the, those who don't know, I use hold Alt, and you can kind of move the whole group around as you want. And if you hold Control at the same time, you can rotate that formation. This is usually what I'll be using to maneuver the armies around. And then if you want to kind of reduce or increase the rank and file of your soldiers, you just hit Control up or down. It lets you kind of make nice square formations. Pretty useful.
Shields, high!
I'm going to actually deploy a little ways back, so if they don't move towards me, that's fine. We'll just kind of walk towards them, but we can pull them out of this area with all these trees. That'd be pretty preferable. The knights don't like fighting in trees. One of the biggest issues we're going to have here in Lustria is finding nice places for them to charge. One of the things we're having to learn with the Memnon campaign, chariots have to really, really watch out for the terrain, otherwise they slow down to a crawl.
Show us the foe!
Okay, so we'll pull our knights in here, and we'll take a closer look at all the units in a moment. I just want to get them deployed first. We'll put the pox arrows actually kind of on the sides. Well, I take it back. Yes, my lord. I want to have the squires overpowering one side, so where are those spearmen at? Perfect. That's where we're going to put the squires in. They're going to overpower one side there.
We serve our lead!
At least they're going to try. We'll make this a longer formation, and then everyone else is pretty good. Alberich and his paladin Kevin. Let's get the units sorted on up. They can just be in their own cavalry group. And then the Lord and Hero. Kevin, you're not wearing the right colors. I don't know what you got going on here. Your horse is a traitor. Don't forget the triangle formation. Definitely won't. Oh, we'll get back over there, Jess. Yes, don't you worry. Oh, this poor man's already received some wounds. Good old Frederick. Our good old run-of-the-mill men-at-arms. Actually, still quite like the peasant garb. Even if these are just expendable soldiers. definitely need some extra unit variants for Bretonnia in the main game. I'm really hoping they get some help. I mean, yes, DLC for a free LC would be interesting, but maybe just more free LC for the free LC? Doesn't have to be too many units, there's more variants for our guys here. SFO adds in some mace wielders, so you get some armor piercing early on. There's some different weapon types. You don't even really have to change the model at all. We've already looked at Alberich. Let's go ahead and come on over to the knights. And their squires. Got some lovely mail. This guy coming to battle with a goatee. Got a couple of the Aragorn lookalikes. And we'll come on over to our knights. Which are arguably one of the better looking units ever been added to the game. Especially for a free LC. Love the heraldry all the knights have. My favorite is the ones with the antlers. If I was to have a tabletop Bretonnia army, I'd likely have just an entire squad of the antler knights.
Let us bring our lances to bear on this
Yeah.
unchivalrous foe.
Moving battle tanks. Some Bulls of Minos in there as well. It's definitely not what that is, but might as well be. Alright, so we'll come on in, and the lance formation makes you move into the diamond, and you actually move around a lot faster. So, I don't see a reason to not just kind of keep them in this. I see only positives for the wedge formation. They have more deceleration, acceleration, charge speed, charge bonus, and mass. It would take 3 seconds for them to form up, or we could just start them in lance formation and run over the lizards. It also works. Let's go ahead and have Alberich and his paladin out front. They can be the tip of the spear. That seems pretty cool. Ride the Rohirrim style. Hopefully we can get the squires to kind of wrap around these Sora spears and destroy. How much armor are these guys rocking? I have not checked the 40, so I mean it wouldn't be a bad use to get them with the great swords, so we'll do our best. Indeed, Leonis, lance formation. We are going to be charging on in out of the woods like proper knights. Let's get this battle started. Do what we can to avoid the nonsense with the mage priest, though. You guys can go ahead and sprint on over. I see no reason to walk. Well, you know what? We can walk and speed things up so they don't take too much vigor loss there. I'm going to leave everyone else in the woods. They can come on out in a minute. Peasants have to be the anvil for a moment. Plus, we need to know, we need that magic to not be blasting apart our knights. That's what the peasants are for. In fact, we outranged them to such a degree. Go ahead and push the peasant bowman ahead, and then we'll go from there. You were indeed right. Lance formation. Hold them out. We'll have them walk, though. They don't need to... Man, they move fast. Okay. Lance formation makes them, rockets. Trade out the old horses for electric cars.
Squires!
We're almost in range of what I would like to do with the bowmen. Have them start picking apart these, javelins here. That'll probably be the most damaging unit they have. And the infantry can just kind of slowly walk through. There goes the first bit of magic. Ouch. Well, those units are... That unit of bowmen got blasted apart. We need to stop that from happening again. Let's get moving. That I wasn't expecting. Rest in peace, the peasants. They'll be back. You guys keep firing in those skeet cohorts. They're just a crater. A bunch of chunky salsa. Knights keep moving around. As long as we're outside of the skirmishers' range, we're good to go. You go ahead and hit these Sora spears. You charge it on this group. Just get them. The other peasants should come back pretty soon. We'll bring the knights around. We'll move quick. Oh, they blasted apart their own Saurus there. That was great. Alright, you two. Go deal with Toxic. Called you names. Called the lady names. Can't have it. Let's go deal with them. Oh, I didn't bring these guys up. That was my one mistake there. In fact, we're probably going to bring them over to help out with the Saurus. They'll do a lot of damage. Can't have it. Bring the knights through. Actually, there's just skirmishers in the way. That's no problem. Smashed into the back of the Saurus. Let's pull one away now.
Ready for order.
One for another shims. I did pretty good damage.
Run, man.
I'd move up, start blasting apart the individual groups of skirmishers. Yeah, we got them. Foolish lizards.
Attack!
Go ahead and slow things down. We're crushing them a bit aggressively here. Although they exploded our peasants in one fell swoop. We gotta avoid these slan mage priests. Have to keep giving them the old poke. They got absolutely nuked. And Common, that's exactly what I thought there at the end. I was like, we don't know what's gonna happen with that explosion. Let's test it on the peasants. Glorious charge in the background there. Hold on, knights. Rejoice, peasants of Bretonnia, for a knight is your shield. Yeah, we've got the... We're gonna make sure the Slan Mage Priest goes away. I don't want him coming back. I'll fight skinks all day. I will fight skinks all day. You guys are in the woods there. Let's go ahead and try to pull through and get these other skink skirmishers out front. You're gonna be mostly our units that'll be running fools down. Perfect. Now Alberich and Kevin can get out and find some lizard scalps. Oh, I didn't even really... Well, he had abilities and we didn't use them. We're gonna ignore that. There's no abilities there. You all saw nothing. Alright, knights, come on up. Run down this next group. They've been poisoned. Let's go ahead and not poison the rest of our army. Just turn on around. There's my other knights. Okay, they didn't catch them. They are all split up. And they move fast, though. That's quite awesome. And the charges are absolutely beautiful. This is like just, I think these guys are just tier 1 knights. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're tier 2, but I think this is like the first set of knights you get. I'm thrilled. Radius does have a lot of extra units, as Brian was saying earlier. It sounds like bloat. It kind of is. There's a lot of extra units in a lot of factions that don't really need to be there, but they're so much fun. We'll have to get another Radius campaign going, but not this time. Y'all have voted. Run them down and let's shoo up out of here. Marvelous first victory. I think even if you don't go ahead and run them all down, the first win there, they'd all do go away, but extra captives. There, Kevin. What are our kill counts at? You got 4. That's not great. Because they were over there punching a toad half the battle there. 200 and 100 for the different knights. That is more like it. Yeah, unless they're Oxyotl. We'll make friends with Oxyotl. He is chivalrous. Everyone knows it. Regular donations to the lady. Good chap. Those peasant bowmen that got nuked, though. Sitting at 0 kills. You died with honor. Alright, we lost a few in the battle, but I think that's going to be the thing when they're throwing nukes around. Although maybe the Saurus Old Blood will be worse to fight than the Slant in time. We'll find out. I need a little bit of rank on these guys there since they fought against Saurus. Sounds good to me. But ransoming them would lose us some chivalry. But we can't have that. Execute them all.
I will indulge you.
Okay, so who is defending a Joatek here? Just a bunch of skinks? And like you all said, these are not
you know
skinks that
who
are
I
commanded
am?
by Oxyotl, so
For the lion!
they're dead to me. It's gonna tell us now how they play. Let's encircle up, and we'll see this little event tab. So this is what we should have got when the game started up, but I guess it's a bit late. We will win battles and avoid unchivalrous actions to progress through chivalry levels. Receive bonuses, including access to the Green Knight, who is down here. We will also be achieving heroic victories to grant our armies blessings of the Lady. Really? So we get these as we win? How many wins is it? Is it completely random? Protecting them against physical damage. Complete challenges pledged by your characters through vows and troths. Troths are for the ladies. Or for the damsels, or what is that for? Wasn't troths interesting. Gain powerful rewards. Maintain balance in the use of peasants and armies and farms to avoid adverse economic effects. They're up here. So it means for each settlement you control, your armies can sustain an additional 2 peasant units, with your capital being able to sustain 8. Do what now? So your capital gives you 8 units for your army, and then every new settlement you get gives you 2 extra. And that's just the number there. We're at 7 out of 8. And I think we have no adverse effects up to 8, and then once we hit after that, that's when things start getting a bit rough, because there's no peasants to work the fields. The jungle fields. Okay. Then we've got our technology tree, and I do notice, I have known, because I looked up a Italian Spartacus video on how to kind of play Bretonnia before we jumped on in, and he says normally you go through and you kind of grab all the confederations. That sounds incredibly boring, and sounds like it'll take up a lot of turns. So what we are going to do is do these later on, and we're going to come on over straight away and grab the economic investments. Because Alberich is supposed to be kind of a aggressive economic fellow, right? He's out smashing fools, and I don't know. I don't know much about Alberich in the story other than he is a devout follower of Manon. We'll go for the economic investment, give us some more growth and some more income from all of our settlement buildings, and we'll work down from there. See if we can increase our growth and kind of play very tall here in Lustria. So we're going to be very defensive at the beginning. As much land taking as we can, but in SFO, we've discovered pretty quickly that human armies, like you all said, are inferior to others in battle, usually. Gotta have your extra tactics to win. Okay, so we've got more charge bonus, so these guys are, what, up 80? Alright, Loxlan, bring it. Yep, usually we'll just do whatever the most fun. Oh no, please don't do this. Oh, you're gonna embarrass me in front of all my peeps. Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, I think we're back. No nonsense. Just gotta smack the computer a couple times. Alright. Time to run over some poor innocent skinks. You have some javelins. So those are the ones we're gonna fill with arrows. We're also gonna make sure no one else can launch out any nukes. Oh, we look like we're good to go. Keep the peasants out in the field, out up front too. The man-at-arms can kind of funnel in behind them. I kind of want to have my peasant archers overwhelming this one group of skirmishers off to the side, and then they can move over from there.
Armed and ready! Squires!
Squires behind them, and on the other side as well. You can move through the trees pretty quickly.
Archers! For our lady!
Alright. Group all the boys up. I see no reason not to put these guys immediately in lance formation. And we can just make sure the peasants are out of the way. The knights can just kind of move up the side there. With Alberich and Evan rolling alongside there.
Knights of the realm!
Getting both sets of knights involved with the buff would be great. Let's try to do something along those lines. Have him in the center. That should do alright. He's able to... Oh, it takes 300 seconds for that to actually activate. So we really weren't... misusing it last battle. Just misusing the heroic killing blow. Fair enough. Let it begin. Well, your orders are going to be to run over these 4 innocent cohort javelins, and then you guys move up and just kind of blast apart these javelins there. Through violence. You guys kind of through the line. You chop them apart, and then I'll have you just kind of flank on around. Oh wait, we don't need that, do we? And you go after these guys. Down the middle. Flank, and then you guys go around the side. Oh, that's right. Killing blow. Let's get him. Okay, we'll get some javelins out. Ooh, a lot of javelins. Took those like a champion, though. Oh, let's not stop moving. Sons of Bretonnia. Oh, glorious. Lizards stand not a chance. Oh, this is reminding me of playing as the Tomb Kings. Those chariots of the Tomb Kings, when you get the Tomb Kings ride to war, just obliterate the enemy. Now the skinks are trying to surround Kevin. That's disrespectful. Oh, glorious, yep. And jump on this skink cohort. We can see some actual foot combat here. Squires building down with skinks. Not a one of you should fall. Oh, except for that guy there. Don't. No one saw that. Actually, Alberich is being kind of caught up with all these skinks. Someone want to come on over and help out? Thank you, there you go. Just run him on over. Get out of the way. And that is absolutely glorious. Most of them are turning and running. This skink cohort over here has actually put up quite a fight. Lost a few foot squires there. Those guys back start getting shot up by their own pox arrows and pull everyone else through to jump on this next group. Smashes through, let's pull him in. The knights can do the rest. They actually managed to brace. Impressive. I mean, it didn't do much for them, but they managed to brace. Half their line immediately was eviscerated, and we'll take the win. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Definitely start looking at more niche mods as well. In the beginning here, I've been doing my best to kind of learn the over 2 overhaul mods, so we can start bringing some other stuff in, and if you have any ideas, I'm always open. So, send them my way. I also can't wait to have the demogryphs. We're going to be even more devastating than we already are. 262 and 203 kills going to the 2 sets of knights, respectively there. I assume their kill count by the end of this is going to be pretty incredible. You get chivalry for raising it. No, this belongs to Bordeleaux now. Thank you.
My reputation.
And now we march on to Loxlan. pretty well defended. We're going to want to make sure we bring plenty of foot soldiers to make sure we can claim the walls. Well, we also want more Knights Errant, don't we? These guys are Knights of the Realm. Knights Errant are... What's the difference? They're just way worse in every way. Okay, fair enough. They just are also going to be immune to psychology. Do they have that rabble rouse now? They're impetuous. So as long as they're charging, anyone around them is going to have an immunity to psychology and more leadership. Fair enough. They get more acceleration and charge bonus when, as long as their leadership side. So that's why these Knights of the Realm are hitting so hard and moving so fast in lance formation. That's pretty cool. Mounted Yeoman Archers are probably also not a bad thing. Bad call, rather. We've got 4 choices for us. What do you all think, chat? What do we need to be adding into the army? I definitely want at least 2 more Knights Errant. From there, I'm happy to let you all pick. I do too. It's just usually for campaigns, I try to, at least for the recorded campaigns, I usually, after we lost Grombrindals, due to just kind of mods not being updated, and at least the core ones, I've kind of avoided big sweeping sets of mods for campaigns that we're doing, so overhauls are great because they do all that you need in one swoop, and you can just have to wait for the one mod to be updated. 2 more bowmen, more knight. I like the idea of more bowmen. You have more for our economy, so we can get up to 10 peasants for our armies. I think these guys also do count as peasants. A bit sadly. Later on, we do have access to... At least I'm pretty sure we do. Yeah, some Hermit Knights, which these guys may be extra special. In Radius, you have several extra... We'll keep saying this, but kind of the difference between the two. You get several extra Knight-type units for your foot soldiers. Bunch of dismounted Knights. We do get some dismounted Knights Errant too, but you got several different versions. We'll make do. The Lost Sun. Huh, okay. Alright, that's 2 votes for Bowman. That we can do. We will be out of money, but we'll be worrying about spending money once we get up to Loxlan.
Blessings of the
Or spending money on upgrading our towns, rather. Okay, so for our first skill point we gotta pass out. Leadership for foot squires, attack for foot squires, and also more weapon strength. That's pretty awesome. Champions of Bordeleaux gives us some bonus feed large for Knights of the Realm. Is that what we were rolling with? They've already got some. How much more does that give them? Should be up to 25. That's pretty awesome too. Neither of those are bad at all. Rally at standard ground, and then the vigor loss reduction. We haven't really come up against any large targets just yet. So let's maybe just go for the Aspiring Knights. 8 more melee attack is nothing to sniff at, and 12% more weapon strength too. Alternatively, we just make Alberich better. Yeah, let's go for that Aspiring Knights. I think that one's going to be the call for this one. Yep, we're already out of money. Next turn we'll have a good chunk though, so we'll be able to do some upgrades next turn. Hopefully we can actually reach Loxlan as well. It's not going to be one where we have to camp out right here and recruit some more troops. Well, I do like recruiting. I like Conquest a bit more. Let's check our diplomacy. So we are already acquainted with Aquitaine and Caravon. And we've got all the different goons that are here in the jungles. Khorne's Bloodkeepers are going to be a problem. Would we like to make any quick deals, though? The Vampire Coast Mutineers? Likely not.
Protector of the realm.
Sign a deal with Aquitaine. Sure, you give me some money. Looks like they are also broke. We'll take these deals. Looks like they are fighting with Broken Axe, and that's it. They don't usually last very long, so we'll take the money before they are eviscerated.
I suppose so.
Thank you, good sir.
No prey, no.
Armored in.
It'd be also really good. We can actually peace out with Loxlan already, huh? Well, that's obviously not happening. You started that fight with me there, Biggin, but nice try. likely we came over here and colonized, and that's why we started getting attacked. But yeah, we're gonna glaze over that. We have right to be here by the lady. But you know what? Let's take the opportunity now. Fix the camera settings. We don't have to do this in any of the future streams we have. I'll go as quick as I can here. That's better. Back to it. Okay, and we are going to now get access to the SFO mod menu. I'm going to leave everything as is, but if you are so inclined, you can come on in to the SFO settings there and change pretty much everything you want around. Completely customize your campaign to the way you want it. I will leave everything on default, but feel free to do all you want to experiment with this on your own. You can make some very interesting and very, very hard or very easy campaigns. We are playing on very hard campaign difficulty and then normal battle difficulty. Because SFO layers out what all it gives to the AI, and it gives them more weapon strength, more reload reduction, and then more missile strength. No thanks. We'll let them fight as they're supposed to be. I don't mind them getting a bunch of extra buffs on the campaign map, though. Try to get an envoy to the High Elves and the home continent for more trade. We definitely can do that.
Very well.
Definitely can do that.
If you insist.
And for Kevin, Lamoureux, let's give you a better training. Go for Blade Master next. It's got the Virtue of the Joust. Oh, you know what? We probably should have. Oh man, I was like, we definitely could have given him the pledge as well. Complete 5 actions, be present in a region when a building completes construction, or rank up 5 times. We'll just go ahead and pledge to Chivalry here. That's a bit of a mistake. Gonna be 1 level slower than normal. This will give him more armor and more leadership. Questing Vow, more melee attack and defense, and then finally the Grail Vow gives him Immortal magical attacks and Perfect Vigor. And the Blessing. He already has magical attacks. I'm not really sure where that's coming from, but already got those. Virtue of the Joust gives us more Chivalry per turn. 50% more charge bonus than the Enfeeble attack. Every 1 in 40 meters? Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good to me. Alright, let's get moving. Oh, no, that's how it's going to be, is it? We have to move halfway to Loxlan. Okay, well, we'll come on out.
I go thither.
Oh, the Crusading stance. Okay, we lose Chivalry per turn. We get a lot more movement and then more leadership and attack for Cavalry. Not a bad one right before a battle if you're able to switch out of it, but if you're not, you take the penalty no matter what. Otherwise, you can kind of tease it a little bit there. We'll go into a camp stance, move up to about here, and hopefully we can attack into Loxlan next turn. It'd be real sad if we couldn't. We're up to 9 out of 10 peasants. I think mounted yeomen archers are going to count as peasants as well. Having some skirmish cavalry, I think, is a good idea against. Was this warning me that now that I have 10 out of 10, I'm going to take penalties, or after? Now I'm going to take penalties. Why the enemy's overly strong for higher difficulties? Yeah, I guess they're not. They haven't quite figured out how to make the AI smart enough to prove a proper challenge to the player. Smart enough to make kind of comprehensive decisions on the fly. So they just kind of go for making them a little bit stronger, which I don't mind in some instances, but when you've got Skaven slaves that are holding their own against men-at-arms, that doesn't feel right at all. We'll grab one of these yeoman archers, and I'll kick them out if they're too much for us to handle. Have more knights from there. Well, I mean, it's going to be an incredibly cavalry-heavy army, so such is the way. More knights, and over here in Burgone, can we do any good upgrading? If anything, we're going to definitely get the guardhouse, and then once we have Loxlan secure, we will go ahead and delete the livery here in Burgone. Get something a bit better for the economy. For now, though, it's all military until we deal with Loxlan. And then later, the Khorne faction. And not let them expand. And we'll build in a moment. Y'all wait. Through. Let's see if we can get any more deals made.
All bones on
Surprisingly, Paravon is still alive
Do
for
you know
now.
who I am?
fallen deckhands.
Now we'll go ahead and pull out of there. In the turn.
Guardian of Bretonnia.
Maybe a good idea to grab another lord. Oh, we just barely don't have enough money. Yeah, I definitely still want the yeoman archers, even if we're not going to be able to get a lord. Getting in a secondary lord to roll with them, since we have so much income right now, it's not a bad call. We get him leveled up. His chivalry, his passive chivalry gain there, because we're up to... We're still at noble. We need to get it to 2,000 to get it in the next year. Give us the ability to call in the Green Knight. Does this give us an additional upkeep reduction, or does that actually drop our upkeep reduction? Lose it entirely, huh? Or is that just in addition? Don't delete the livery? Well, can't we only have, I guess once we take it up to tier 3, we get an additional. Fair enough, we can take it up to tier 3, grab the paladin, and send him on out. Only reason that, yeah, that's a very good call. Alright then, go ahead in the turn. Ooh, Edental. Your time is soon. Yeah, thematic armies for Bretonnia is going to be mostly just horsemen. Whole bunch of cavalry. And trebuchets. Okay, 10 out of 10. Yeah, it's full capacity. Perfect. So as long as you have only 10, you're good to go. Now, see if you're below it a certain amount. Do you have better economy? That would be interesting.
If the lady wills it.
Looks like they ran. Loxlan has been abandoned.
For Bretonnia!
Oh yeah, Edental's over here, recruiting up more. Now, is that going to work when I conquer Loxlan? We'll see, won't we? Oh, he's reinforcing. What happened to this place? We're not allowed to auto-resolve it? Well, why not? That seems ridiculous. I know my rights. Oh, it's because we can't actually assault the walls because we have no equipment. They took away the siege attacker on your lord, which, fair enough. I will grab in a battering ram and then some siege towers. We really just need the one.
Slay them!
This will allow Edental to actually recruit up some more troops, though, so that'll be a little bit annoying. Alright, walls here in Bretonnia, so we'll drop our... Or Burgone, not Bretonnia. We'll drop our income from the area by 10%. Gross. It does keep our capital at the moment safe, though, so I think we do kind of force into a quarter on that one. And check our diplomacy, and before then, we'll give it another turn.
The sea brings death.
Caravan is doing alright for themselves, actually. They've got 2 settlements now. Maybe they recover.
Valiant lord!
They usually get stomped out by either the treekin or anyone else in that general vicinity. Yeah, no, being forced to use the siege towers, I don't mind that at all. Having every single legendary lord have a siege attacker is strange. For some of them, it makes absolute sense. Like for Nakai, he would absolutely kick the doors down himself. But
Attack!
that would not be the case for Alberich here. He could probably not knock down a portcullis himself. Okay, so they're in battle march stance. 20% additional melee and missile weapon damage? That's horrifying. They're going to crash into us like a tide. It's lucky they don't have many soldiers. Alright, we'll go ahead and give this one to auto-resolve because there's nothing here. Loxlan falls. A bit limply, which is kind of sad. Alberich's vow has been completed. Sweet. My lord, the Piranha swamps have been secured.
Protector of
Great.
the realm.
Now we can get a training field, which would mess with our growth. Men-at-arms, spearmen-at-arms. We don't need any of this just yet. We'll go ahead and delete that. Upgrade the village. I don't feel like having any hits to our growth at the moment. Send Alberich up to finish off Tonksla. Although they may get wiped out by Hunt Marshal too. I think they are fighting both. Maybe just dueling someone entirely differently. There is the issue with the Khorne faction though.
Executing.
Who lost the 8th Lord of Gore. Oh, he's a full bloodthirster. Oh, you definitely want to finish him off fast. Fitting key tax, a whole bunch of goodies. I want to see if we can catch him out of the field. Good old 8th Lord of Gore.
My strength and wisdom are yours.
I guess here's the next decision. We need to go down here and go for another vow
yes.
for Alberich. Do we need to get another lord, or we just grab some more knights? They have to pay 10% more upkeep. It's not showing that. Fair enough. It does balance it out a little bit. But I mean, if you need to just throw them into that stance real quick before a battle and then, like I said, switch it off, that's pretty incredible. So that which is sacrosanct, I shall preserve. That which is sublime, I will protect. That which threatens, I will destroy. For my holy wrath will know no bounds. We can pledge to untaint, so we need to defeat a legendary lord of chaos, which actually could be pretty easy. Pledge to valor, kill 5 enemy lords. Oh, that's legendary lord. Let's see. Then raise 5 settlements. Is there a legend? Oh, we can go down and take out Luther Harkin, right? We get his faction early before he gets access to any of his depth guard. We could do some really serious damage. What do you all think? Should we pledge to untaint or pledge to valor? We're definitely not going to be pledging to destroy. That feels foolish. I leave it to you, chat. Do we have Alberich pledge to untaint or pledge to valor? So a legendary lord we must defeat of certain factions, or 5 regular lords. Yep, it says it has to be a legendary lord of chaos, demons of chaos, or warriors of chaos, demons of chaos, Skaven, vampire counts, or vampire coast. Untaint sounds best. That's 2 votes for that. Hey, Revy. Is that how you pronounce it? I hope so. Welcome on in. Haven't seen you commenting before, so welcome. Glad to see you. And we shall be indeed pledging to untaint. We'll run right on down and punch Harkin in the face. That should go pretty well. Gifts of Manon. Oh, only 1 extra control? That's a bit sad. Even more melee attack while fighting at sea, though. That's 20 additional just with the trident and the set bonus there. That's pretty solid. Right then, let's pass out some commandments. We have Veneration of the Lady, extra control, corruption, drop, and then a chance for plague spreading. Chivalry, upkeep, production, and income, snatching up some taxes. Movement range does sound pretty good. There's Peasant's Duty. Let's go for the additional growth and replenishment. I will grab one more. Oh, we can get 2 more peasants. Oh, hang on now. Call for that might be some spearmen at arms. We can post them up on the flanks, make sure that no large units of Khornes could get on in. We have stopped Tlonxla from doing too much. Or who is this? Is this actually Tlonxla? Yeah. Loxlan. We've stopped them from getting too much in the terms of military, so keep 4 bowmen. And I'll grab 2 men-at-arms spears. Get some variants on the front line there with the weapons, and then we can get maybe 1 more yeoman archer. Skirmish cavalry cannot be underestimated. He's coming down and claim clocks. Okay.
Undead pirates.
Catching Harkin.
Mark on rolls.
Unaware is going to be pretty important. He's got a full stack here, but that's mostly going to be as zombies. So as long as our knights get on a round, we have no trouble. Don't go pull the last samurai. We'll see if we can avoid it. It's gonna be another turn. We'll take a quick look at our diplomacy though.
Armor.
We could go for the peace treaty with Loxlan. How much money are you willing to give me? I mean, that's an interesting... You talk a little bit slow, bud. Nah, you know, we're just gonna take what you have. That's an interesting idea. We're gonna take what you have. Longsla, these are all down here, I believe. Chakwa. Pretty easily claim the Guanji Valley. So we'll probably take these 2 and then kind of start pulling a more of a defensive line. We'll grab another lord here once we either take Tlonxla or come on down to fight Khorne. We'll see what this Bloodthirster does. Trust at 0. Getting out of the jungles quickly is going to be great, because our knights can actually get some proper charges. Oh, you know what? That'd be foolish of me to recruit a unit that we're going to go ahead and throw the building out, huh? Yeah, such is the way. Doesn't end up being a problem, though.
Yes.
Protector of the realm.
See, I'd like to move forward and take down their lord sooner rather than later. He's only got 9.
Honor before glory.
He's got what's also coming in from Kitax as well. This is another choice I'm happy to leave to you, since I should not have recruited in those spearmen. That was dumb. Here, we're going to go ahead and grab the whatever gives us more growth. 10 growth and 50 income. Gets us men-at-arms and spearmen. Give us peasant mob and bowman. 30 growth as opposed to 30 growth. Okay, interesting. Apothecary does end up dropping upkeep faction-wide. This will get us access to the peasant bowman with fire arrows, which are going to be pretty good. We'll go for the farms. Over in Burgone, I will grab the Bretonnian fishing harbor there.
Yes.
You say peace out with the lizards and deal with the Khornate demons. Not a bad call. We get a nice grip of money. Help us kind of build up our faction here. That would mean this lizardman faction is likely to stab us in the back later on. Would have to keep that in mind. They will likely be building up a full stack to attack us if we do go ahead and go for that call.
Valiant Lord.
I don't
Noble.
think it's really too bad of one. Having a profit test for the extra... The magic in here is probably a good call. Rolling with Alberich there. Sanguine or one that is intelligent. Intelligence seems pretty great at a upkeep reduction of 2%. Yeah, that's why I was kind of waiting a little bit to see if anyone else has any opinions before I fully commit. So I am actually a bit unsure on if we go after the Khorne faction. I mean, going after the Khorne faction before they get too strong would be great. We will get likely stabbed in the back by this Lizardmen group later on. Now, though, I think we do want a Lore of Life prophetess here to be traveling with Alberich. She can kind of keep healing up our knights. We'll grab the one that is intelligent, so she has a less chance of being ambushed by the Skaven. Ombre del Salvatore.
Devotee of the lady.
Welcome.
Do you know who
You won't
I
be able to
am?
move, so we'll kind of keep people just going to
My
jump her into
reputation
Loxlan to
precedes
defend, and send Alberich on over, I think, to attack this coordinate faction. Pull him out
Taking my leave.
before I make that decision, though.
We have
Well, you know, we
met
can make a
before.
poll. Hey, do that. Let me just a second while I set said poll up, and we'll see what you all think. And pull away. I'm gonna grab some troops for Ombre
Coming
while
was foretold.
finish the lizards. Oh, Ombre, we have no money. We'll have some in a moment. Oh man, we're 50-50 now. At Khorne and finishing the lizards. Oh, you know what? Georgie, I'm sorry. I completely missed your ping there. Will I stream Pharaoh when it's out? Absolutely. If you're still here, if you're watching later, absolutely. We will 100% be streaming Pharaoh. I'm having a lot of fun with Troy. I'm having to pull myself away from it from streaming, so yeah, absolutely. We'll likely be playing as Egypt first as well. I can tell you that. Alright, we're 60% on the attack Khorne side. Feel now that attacking Khorne will still be a problem. Yeah, they would be able to develop. So what we might do is attack Khorne and then go deal with the lizards and come back down quickly. We won't peace out with the lizards at all. We will just continue to lay the beat down on them. Because this is a minor settlement here. Looks like it's just tier 1 and it may have already been attacked by Khorne. If not, it's still just a tier 1 settlement. So we have time to beat down on this Coordinate faction. Perhaps bring the Prophetess over to kind of hold up a line for a moment while we wait for nonsense coming down from here. Just want to make sure we don't get into too many more wars in the meantime. But I do think attacking Khorne is going to be the best call. Especially since we now have a 67%. We'll go ahead and end the poll there. Attack Khorne it is, but we will not be making peace with the lizards.
Lord
We
of
instead will
Bretonnia.
just take on many enemies at once. Like a proper Lord of Bretonnia. Who are you guys at war with?
If you hope
Oh,
for
interesting.
gentle death, it is in vain.
See, the problem is I'm going to want this timber. So, I mean, we have a pretty good opportunity to make a lot of money from both peace and the mercenary work here with Khorne. But I think we're going to pass on it just so we don't have to worry about them
Honor
developing.
before glory.
Which makes me sad because that's a lot of money we're missing out on.
pious.
Onward to battle.
Strike them down.
We'll see, won't we there, bud? Rulost is not going to be a weak foe, and he is fielding a nasty bit of work here. Luckily, our Knights of the Realm are bonus versus large, so if we can get the Flesh Hounds out on the open and get them run down, and pretty quickly move on to some of these others. We want the Bloodletters to stay away from our front line at all costs, because they will just kind of blend through them like they don't exist. It's gonna be a tough fight. Our Knights Errant also were able to go into Lance formation. They don't have any specializations, but I think they'll be just fine in a charge, especially if the Bloodletters are already fighting our men-at-arms. They won't be able to defend their backs. Not going to be an easy fight, though. Every time you see Bloodletters, you have PTSD. Yeah, I kind of do too after our fights with Volkmar. These guys are absolute menace. See how fast they swing their weapons in this one? No, it doesn't. In some of the other Total War games, it'll tell you exactly how fast they swing their interval of attack. Alright, the Battle of Kitax begin. It's too bad that I don't think this guy is going to count as a legendary lord, even though he is a bloodletter, or a bloodthirster. Oh, he's got a Tormentor sword. That's not good. I mean, wherever he lands is going to be a problem. It's just going to be how it is. I think we'll try to use the Yeoman as bait for the Fleshhounds. Try to get them firing in on the Furies, too. Furies are also going to be a big issue because they can just fly over the front line and harass the archers. They do lots of damage. Be a fun battle here. Okay. So we've got our infantry line. I think they're... Make sure we know where the pox arrows have magical attacks by any chance. And sadly, no. What a cool color scheme, though, for these Khorne soldiers here. Lovely bloodletters. Even got some exalted ones in the back group there. These guys are going to be a problem. Definitely will want to make sure they are getting hit with knight charges from the flanks and from the back. You have several large units for us to be dealing with. Khorne Daga is going to be a big old problem too. Alright. Grab the men-at-arms. I don't want to form a defensive line and see if they come on over to us. We'll have the pox arrows in the center. Kind of layering them around is probably not a bad call either. We don't can both shut down at once. Lots of flying units coming across the field there. These guys are hit. Doesn't look too bad. We can have the Squires ready to kind of try to throw down with the Chaos Warriors.
Battle ready.
Still being in the jungle is not the best. Grab our new Knights of the Realm. These are just the Knights Errant. All in their lance formation as well. Looking good. Difference being these guys are just not as, they don't have that specialization for bonus versus large. Guys in the lance formation as well. We'll get all the knights together. Put you with the bowmen. These two are together as well. Well, it looks like we have pretty overwhelming advantage with our knights. It is not the case. These bloodletters are fairly terrifying. Cavalry Bane is going to be on the Halberdiers of Khorne. I know they have at least one unit of them. And the Exalted Bloodthirster here. I see no extra special abilities on him, so we luckily got him pretty soon. Otherwise, this would be Very, very tough fight. Alright, let's get you guys up on the top. Try to lure the enemy over. How fast do you guys compare to their hounds? 95, 100 speed. They'll get caught pretty quick if we're not careful. So let's make sure the knights are close enough they can actually respawn. Spread them out a little bit too. Alright then. That's all the procrastination we can do for this battle. Let's get it going. Move over a bit there. You guys start firing those arrows. Oh. Come on back. Let them advance to you. Have the knights kind of rotate a bit themselves. I'm very glad these guys have a lot of range. Focus down these Furies together there. I'm going to leave them in with these men-at-arms because it looks like they're probably going to try to charge them down into the group. Yep. They deal their damage regardless. You don't get to stop them from it. Hit those flesh hounds, then you and the other knights errant hit the other group. Run over and help. We'll rotate as a big giant knight charge group around. You get on the back line. I know he's going to chase off the yeoman. That's fair enough. We just have to deal with whatever damage he's going to do wherever he does it. Not much we can do about it. Gotta break their mobility fast though. Ooh, he's in on these archers. Gotta pull back into the back line at least. Come on, knights. We need you to break your group quick. Alright, come on through. Avoid the halberdier warriors if you can. If we get hit by that, so be it. Yeah, the cavalry bane slows them down a lot. Pull back.
Faith is my armor.
He's just gonna keep frolicking around. They broke our front line. Front line, run, or yeoman archers, run. Most of them are just terrified. That makes sense. Push through to the next group. Luckily, our knight charges here are working out pretty well. Smash the next group of bloodletters there. You two go ahead and work together. He just keeps facing off our archers. Are they rampage? What's going on with them? The hound's just gonna run and chase you guys off further. Might push through. Don't stay bogged down for too long. Keep letting that bloodthirster do what he wants to those peasants. Keep fighting the cultists. We're just gonna leave everyone else here. Kevin, if you want to turn around and deal with the blood shrine, I don't mind that at all. Just keep running down the line here, smashing down these foes. Move on back. Most of our units are terrified, though. They're just turning and running. Lovely. Where did those flesh hounds go? Who knows? Just start getting some arrows in on those bloodletters. You guys come on back. Knights. Bogged down a bit too much there. Alberich, come on through, smash into these Chaos Warriors. They brought the flesh hounds up.
Ready for orders? Yes, my lord. Quick march!
Do what you can, lads.
Quickly, lads!
Knights of the Ring, at once!
All the knights pulling through together. Where did those flesh hounds go?
For the king!
You guys want to surround that cultist? That works for me just fine. This is a perfectly fine battle. No casualties at all. Look at the knights. They're doing just fine. Those guys didn't even get into battle. They turned and ran. That's great.
Aye! Shields! Aye! Squires!
Keep chopping through them. Kevin got destroyed by the halberdiers there. Such is the way. Let's get these knights away from the enemy bloodthirster there. Alberich as well.
Shields! Aye!
No. You leave Alberich alone.
My soul is aflame! Squires!
Really need these squires to come back over. Alberich, come on through.
Hastily.
Come on, Knights, you can get out of there. That's gonna be no problem. You go ahead and charge down that goob there. Go ahead and break the dual warrior weapons in the back. Dual weapon warriors.
Hastily. The lion's wheel.
They've got it. Our archers, though, need to quit fleeing the second the enemy approaches, though.
Lord of Bretonnia.
You keep running away.
Quickly.
Oh, he got stuck in his own troops.
Full tilt.
Oh, wow, the damage Alberich just took.
Quickly.
You bog him down, you better run.
True Bretonnian. Khorne.
Around to destroy. Knew he'd take damage, but breaking this this group now is going to be pretty important.
We serve the lady.
Yep, just a sheer, overwhelming mass of knights. Our poor peasants, though. Doing what they're meant to do. Come on back and break this last group of Chaos Warriors. Taking some casualties, but actually these guys are mostly intact. Alberich, you've got to really avoid the enemy lord at all costs here.
Bretonnian Lord.
Yeah, they were trying to keep them in the woods so they didn't take as much damage. Smart play for sure.
Remember your
Pull on through, Alberich, and your buddy there. Get further away than that. Run, Kevin. Just trying to break his army, so he turns and leaves.
honor before glory. Take the ground. I am with you. For Bretonnia.
Not everyone turn and surround the Bloodthirster. You guys have bonus versus Lord. You should do some good damage. We're gonna lose a few in the fight. Oh, he's been poisoned as well. Perfect.
Lord of
That heroic killing
Bretonnia.
blow on there. Poke him once and then pull it away.
Four knights. Protect.
Kevin, you as well. You get one hit and run.
Protector of the realm.
One hit and run. It's just a bunch of hit and run attacks.
Moving apace!
For the lady. Battle ready. Swiftly.
Make sure you guys run down those Chaos Warriors of Khorne that are coming back.
Lord of Bretonnia.
Okay, did I lose access to their... I can't give them orders. What's going on here?
Bretonnian. Valiant Lord. Ready for battle.
That's strange. I can't give them orders. Oh, is it because there's a halberdiers in here? Halberdiers come back? That's interesting.
Serve the king.
Not in a good way. I'm really confused.
Noble and pious. Ride them down.
That must have been what that was. There was a group in there that was stopping them from moving. Huh. Well, I think we've got them. I mean, we took some casualties. That's just peasants. There we go. Now I can get caught back up on Z-Chat and move the cav away. Yeah, probably a good idea. Big boy falls. It was mostly damage is taken to their health bar, which is excellent. I'll take the win. Skull Crushers are terrifying. I'm glad we don't have to deal with them right now. That's why we needed to deal with Krulust now before we can build up. That's Exalted Bloodletters and 2 Fleshhounds. He's not going to be able to recruit again. Yeah, they definitely did. They did a fantastic job. We'll definitely try to keep them pulling away each charge to just kind of slowly smashing through each individual unit. Definitely get them more damage and they'll take less in return. But we lost less than they did for sure. We claimed the settlement. Go ahead and occupy Kex. The Lord of Gore has been slain.
Blessings of the lady be
Poor
upon you.
fool. over here, I do think we would like a pox shelter. Give us more replenishment. Growth and replenishment both. And that'll allow us to kind of move down and deal with Chakwa that much faster. Got a pretty sizable garrison.
Lord,
But after like a turn or two of replenishing, we should be good to go.
protector of the realm.
Alright, Alberich. Basic training can be pretty good, but I think we want to go for the Inspiring Presence. We get a little bit of a trickle of experience every turn there. And then the Route Marcher, just for our kind of our basic
My reputation
skills we want to start out with.
precedes me.
And then for Kevin, we can make him a bit better in combat, since he got to duel with a Bloodthirster for a moment. I think we'll go for... He's already got an incredible charge bonus. We'll just go for hard to hit. Sure he can turn a blade. Ranked up twice, we got 3 more, and he will be a knightly lad.
We have met before.
You're now out of gold, though.
Your coming was foretold.
Now we do have to put in the pox shelter. I think we don't have much choice.
Sorceress.
So as long as she's sitting here defending
You honor
Loxlan,
me.
not a great defensive force there, but it's what we got.
Protector.
There is still the peace option. I think we are not going to go for it, though. We do need to claim this settlement, and don't really want to take the hit to relations. Make ourselves really. I feel like that would be chivalrous either. We can get 4 extra peasants though, which is pretty awesome.
It shall be so.
We'll definitely get those guys in on Ombre's force, and then the extra knights
Do you
in
know who I am?
on Alberich's. Ombre and Alberich. Lots of chaos factions over here in Lustria, though. Lustria Bowl is still just as aggressive as it always was. I'm guessing you have to fight a greater demon that leads this force, too. Alright, our economic investment has been researched. Banish uncertainty, invest in the kingdom's future. More growth and more income.
Armored in faith.
Alright, Alberich, we're going to send you down south on Chakwa.
If the lady
I'm
wills.
far more scared of the Khorne faction than anything
Taking my leave.
the Lizardmen can field right now. May come to bite us. Glugmir.
Tempt my wrath.
500 anti-infantry weapon strength is nothing to laugh at.
What is your behest?
Lord,
The only thing we could really do with Alberich's force is grab some more men-at-arms. I think we'll grab 1 more unit of peasant bowmen for his force. We can trade them off later on. And then
Fortune favors you.
for Ombre here, we'll give her... Knights Errant are incredibly expensive. What are some of the skills you get access to later on there, dear lass? Blade and pike there. Oh, you've got your vows as well. Research 5 technologies, be present in a region 5 times when a building completes, and then rank up 5 times. Troth of Protection, Wisdom and Virtue. Greatly reduced upkeep for Knights Errant. So it's basically the same thing, just with slightly different effects. That's not bad at all. We'll probably go for the Pledged Order. She's probably going to be sitting in Loxlan for a little bit.
I see much.
Move her over to Ragone. We can't make it. Herb Gatherers. It's just casualty replenishment for the province. I was hoping it was going to be faction-wide, with like it is with some other factions, but nope, that is not the case. What factions am I going to play after the Wulfric and Astaroth campaign are over? After Wulfric may have come to an unfortunate end already. I've done a bit of testing, and it seems like the end times are definitely bugged, and they are happening every single time I hit the end turn. I've gone through 5 turns now, And the armies that are being fielded by Crack and Drac are horrifying at this point. So Wolfric is probably going to have an unfortunate kind of untimely end. As for what I'm playing afterwards, that I'm not sure. I would like to get a campaign in for possibly either the Greenskins or the Druki. That's what we're going to be going for next. I'm not seeing too many other YouTubers or any other content creators out there really making any on either of those two factions at the moment. So yeah, now the Greenskins or the Druki. If it's the Greenskins, I'm really, really leaning towards either Skarsnik or Wurzag. As for what's going on after we finish Drazowith, that I'm not sure. We're a little bit further away from completion on the Drazowith campaign. After that one, I am not sure. Who knows where we will be. Up for the Greenskins? I'd like to do Wurzag. I will have to find some mods that give us some more options for Savage Orcs, because he does not have enough units. We've got just the normal Savage Orcs, the big ins, and then kind of the same thing with the Bull Boys. So, could be much better.
I serve the lady.
So the question is, I think we'll go ahead and give
Your
her
behest?
the vow where she has to rank up 5 times. We're going to send her out to fight. Pledge of Chivalry it is. You'd better be tough. That's what I kind of thought. She's better at buffing the peasant troops. So later on, we'll want to kind of move most of them over to... from Alberich's army over to hers. He has a skill later on that actually increases the upkeep for peasants. So they cost more, but decreases the upkeep for knights. So she'll be our peasant force, and then he will roll in with the knights later on. Just a full stack of different kinds of knights. Be great. Okay, so let's give you the peasant bowman. We can grab 2 of them. We'll give her knights later on, and then peasant mob. We'll grab them if we really, really need some more soldiers. For now, though, we don't. We'll be good.
Noble.
Okay, sweet. So for the technologies we've unlocked, being the agricultural tools, more income from farms, or the almshouses, even further growth and more leadership for all of our peasant mob. I don't care about my peasant mob that much. Chivalric Code will give us some chivalry. Same thing with the Decrees of Bretonnia. These would let us get extra experience and things when fighting against the Greenskins. Similarly to how Norska is. Are any of these for the Greenskins? Or not the Greenskins, the Lizardmen. Vampire Counts, Wood Elves, Tomb Kings. I don't see the lizards. Chaos, Dark Elves, Beastmen, Skaven, and Vampire Coast. Yeah, no, there's nothing for the lizards. Okay, interesting. All the diplomatic relations. Bretonnia has a very, very interesting technology tree then. Most of it being kind of walled off by bits of gold you gotta pay. Improved construction's likely what we're gonna be going for next. I think it's gonna be almshouses for even more growth. We'll get as much growth as we can through our technology tree, and then we'll start working on some of the other items there. Bigger bobbins. Bigger bagginses. Industry and a research rate. Yeah, we've got a good bit to go through. Not a lot of this is going to be boosting up our troops, though. But way later on. More melee attack for spearmen. What about for our knights? Any way to boost the knights besides through the troops? For through skills themselves. Courage fanaticism. Oh, there we go. Extra wards save for Grail Knight, Grail. Those are pretty elite knights, though. Wires training, strong leather. Yeah, it's mostly just for increasing abilities of your peasants. There's our first one for the knights there. Oh, hang on. I think I found them. That's through the improved agriculture tools. Hay stores. Then finally to farriers, so we get even more speed. Bit of a maze through this It's a technology tree. All right,
My
we'll quit
strength
Durlin and end the turn.
wisdom are yours.
SFO adds a bunch of Savage Orcs. Awesome. That. We did see them in the SFO campaign. You're absolutely right. I'll do some looking around. We'll find the best mods we can. Alright, another migration. And indeed, everyone does seem to get the migration. They've all got their own unique little icon for it. The Great Migration comes to our borders, demanding shelter from larger threats abroad. We let them cross or turn them away. We be gone or we welcome them. We're definitely going to go ahead and welcome them. 3 turns of greater growth. Or the cost of a little bit of control. That's no problem at all.
Khorne is my only
We
master.
reach Glugnir.
Only Khorne.
Khorne is his only master. That's fair to
Guardian
hear.
of Bretonnia,
See, here, get this.
I will indulge.
Glugmir, I'm not nearly as scared of you as I was the previous chap we fought, so...
For the lion.
For the lion. For the trident. Oh, we would lose some of our lads. Our foot squires. No, actually, I don't think we would. I think you are absolutely crazy. This battle started. Wash these blood keepers. But I'm also kind of torn between Wurzag and Skarsnik. Quite like the Night Gobos. Alright, we've got a nice open field. They're all gonna go hide up in the woods. They know how to beat my knights, or so they think. Okay, so they're gonna play their advantage. I will too. As a bowman up front, because they're just gonna try to fly over the back line to fire to jump them with the Furies anyway. Set the bowmen up front. Swordsmen can go through them once they get a bit closer. Great swords on either side of them.
Orders, my lord! Peasant bowman! Archers!
Ox bows on the sides if we can help it. I'll throw one bow behind though. Bowmen up on top of the hill. Knights don't have a lot of room. We'll kind of have them. Keeping them in lance formation seems to be the only way. No downside and only upside, so lance formation all the way.
We serve the lady! We serve the king!
Guys, group 3. These two dudes together. Cavalry champions. Alright, let's get this battle started. We'll push our troops up to the middle of the field here because that's where we are going to choose to fight. Send these mounted yeoman archers out just ahead of the group. All of the knights as well come on out to the side. Keep the Knights of the Realm on this other side here. Archers firing on. Is this halberdiers? It sure is. That's annoying. Very dangerous too.
Armed and ready!
My strength is yours.
Alright, let's bring that blood shrine forward first.
Ride!
Go ahead and pull you back.
Noble and pious. Quickly.
Squares! Here's an arm! Infantry! Squires! Yeoman!
Infantry moving forward. You 3 go ahead and just hit this blood shrine all as a group.
By the lady!
Take the ground. Glory awaits.
Get him!
Battle ready.
Yep, pull you guys on out. Go ahead and jump this blood shrine. I didn't realize this group got caught by them.
Bowman! Get him!
Fire on those Furies.
Quickly, lads! Slay them! Quick, march!
Try to turn and help.
For the king!
You do the same.
Flank them!
What are those Furies up to? Are
Charge!
they going after our knights? Interesting. No, they just wanted to flank. They really like to flank.
Armor in faith. At speed.
The I like trains nonsense. Let's go ahead and pull all the knights in now.
Ever faithful.
Honor awaits. I am with you.
Take the high ground here. You go ahead and turn and fire. Let's get these knights away from the dual weapon warriors there that they're engaged with.
For the lady.
Alright, these three come on up to the top of the hill here and prepare for another charge. Kevin and Alberich can do some battle with this Chaos Lord here.
To victory.
Why don't you go ahead and leave? No one wants you.
Protector of the
Put them
realm.
away real quick. The knights are going to keep charging in.
Strike them down.
Shift it. They are ready. Clear out.
Forward.
Peasant bowman.
Firing on in. Let's go ahead and get these guys away from those knights there. That group of Chaos Warriors. You come on over.
Squires. For the lady. Through Bretonnia.
Men of Bretonnia.
Just annihilated the Marauders. Yeah, that's exactly how that's supposed to go. Go ahead and see if we can get some poison on this this fool here. Kevin's taking a bit of damage, pull him on away. Let the squires do their damage. You got armor piercing. Ouch.
For our lady.
He was ready.
Battle ready. Boundless
Our lords
valor.
just do not fight as well as the enemy. Boltus is still running around. Let's pull these peasants away. Let our knights surround and destroy that poor fool. They're both losing the fight. That's pretty funny.
Full tilt.
Pulling away for a moment. Let those warriors take up the fight for a moment. Run that guy straight over. I think he immediately dehorsed one of the knights too.
Faith is my armor.
Peasant bowman.
For the king.
One near the absolute champion. Like trying to fight Lu Bu.
Noble and pious.
Get on. Ready for battle.
Yeah, these knights don't need to really retreat. These guys so bogged down he can't do anything. Let's pull you guys on away once more. Make sure we're not taking any free damage because he's an absolute uber chad. Yeah, fighting Khorne is the least amount of fun.
Bretonnian lord. We fighters rail.
The heaviest of armor, they're scared of no one.
Glory awaits.
Alright, he's finally starting to break. The cultist here as well. Completely surrounded. There we go. There's the victory. Well done, men of Bretonnia. Although Glimir there, he did his absolute best to be a menace. Alberich's gonna have to heal up a bit. Now we just need to turn our attentions to the Tzeentchian faction directly behind them. Oh well, keep it a wary eye on the lizards. Alright, a decisive win. Yep, we'll take it. We'll not be doing any sacking because it makes us into very sad, angry Bretonnians. I think they need a faction that is kind of all about the anti-chivalry. For now, we just have one that's about gaining chivalry. You don't really want to lose it ever. It's not really worth it. Bloodkeeper is destroyed. That is actually
My
very worth it, though.
reputation precedes me.
Got several extra groups of peasants now. Knights of the Lion-Hearted, Holy Wardens of La Maisontal. Only a few ROR units. We need some more. Alright, Alberich. For your blue line, we've got control, we've got recruitment costs. Income from ports faction-wide sounds great. And devoted to the goddess. Okay. Champions of Bordeleaux helped out quite a bit against the Khorne boys there. Let's go ahead and see charge bonus for knights. Four. Don't have too much of that going on right now. Extra worshippers for the Grail. And then our peasant proficiency. More ammo and reload time. I have a tough call. Making him better in combat is going to be great, and we'll grab the flow of battle later on. Giving everyone around him more speed and some vigor, so it's like an improved foe seeker. The end of the blue line on him, though, does not actually drop upkeep at all, which is interesting. Just get more movement range and some recruit rank. It does drop construction costs, so you kind of have to trade that out. No reduction of your upkeep, but you do get to build buildings for a bit cheaper. That maxes out at what? 10% extra income from ports? That's pretty solid. Servants of Manon would give us more paladins. Yeah, let's go down the blue line until we at least get the Servants of Manon, and then we can start working on his actual soldiers. So we'll go for the Yields of the Sea. We'll keep moving from there. Maybe killing those demons will also make us friends with the other lizards, and it might. We may be able to actually start helping out our relations with the other lizardmen. That would be great. Okay, we can get a few more peasants. Let's grab one more mounted archer. It'd be great if those spears actually counted as an anti-large. Yeah, they can still be expendable, but anti-large. We'll grab one more mounted archer, and then
I have seen your heart.
let Ombre pick up the rest of these guys. We'll grab you some nice errant, and then we'll be solid. We may grab some just normal peasant mob, because they're pretty cheap. Useful for nothing but standing in the way. Go ahead and kick you on out there. Disease building. I'd love whatever the timber gives us. Drop in recruitment cost pretty severe for our bowmen. And then a faction-wide upkeep reduction. Sweet business.
Blessings of the lady be upon you.
See if we can make any deals with the lizards. Not quite yet, but they don't dislike me now, and they're all kind of moving on towards improving since we are fighting with all the demons.
Lord
We
of
will likely still claim some of their lands for ourselves, but that works out quite well. We could start moving Alberich then up towards Huantel, or Hualatl. Meanwhile, kind of keeping an eye on Loxlan. Once Ombre's forces are built up enough, we can definitely move on over here to deal with them. They don't do the same to us first.
Devotee of the lady.
We shall see. Saurus's. Yeah, Saurus would be much better of a front line. Be less expendable, way more staunch.
Whether chivalrous or not, I will strike you down,
He
scum.
wants peace. While I'm tempted for peace, I'm gonna go ahead and say no once more. We're gonna claim your lands, and then we'll make friends with the lizards down south. Okay, so we'll have Alberich.
pious.
Oh, we kicked. Of course, that's gonna keep happening, isn't it? Grab the march
For
stance
now,
then.
yes.
Come on up to Kitax.
Leaving.
Seers.
Ombre can keep recruiting in more troops. Let's go with one more group of knights. That's probably all we'll give to you. I realize we're kind of going to be lacking for our front line too, aren't we? Let's see why we definitely need more allies. Grab the
You
bows.
honor me.
You're going to be lacking for upgrades to our town still for now. I think we'll just have to deal with it. We'll get things sorted in due time. finishing off the Loxlan clan will be great. We can get on down into a war with the Apostles of Change and then the Vampire Coast. Hopefully making friends with the lizards on the way. Skip on through and we'll end the turn. Is there anything else you can actually recruit right now, right? Nah, out of luck. Oh, I don't have any of the commands set up for the stream, so apologies. Those will likely not work. Only mods I've got available, I will tell you out loud, the only mods I have currently are the Better Camera one and then SFO. Because SFO has the Building Progression mod
My strength and
already
wisdom
in
are yours.
and loaded into it. So the only two real mods are the Better Camera mod and SFO Grimhammer.
I see much.
Level this campaign already, I'm glad to hear it. Come on out and see if we can't
Taking my leave.
lure the... There we go. There's Talk... No, Toxic's back. The nuke launcher himself.
Spellcaster.
Il Castel. So we can have her spread the word. Wow. That's a lot of really good buffs. What's it's rating, is it? Oh, interesting. That would be why you lose chivalry. You're spreading the word through violence. When ambush dances make you lose chivalry too. Oh, we can't be sneaky at all this campaign? How sad. Okay, well, back into
My
Loxlan.
steps are guided.
You can't channel while garrison. That also does make sense.
Making my way.
We'll sit outside and channel some winds of magic, make sure she is as close to maxed out on her heals as we can.
Lord.
We can maybe bring them both together up here to bring down Tloxla.
I shall
This is the
shatter your
Lord for
mind.
this faction, so whatever he's fielding here is going to be...
Why
He
not?
looks pretty weak. Can we move through the jungle there
Do you know who
to
I
get
am?
in on Tloxla? We can. Okay. We can do a bit of
Very well.
sneaky maneuvers then. Let's go punch the Prince of Apostles. Who are you all at war with?
I shall shatter
Ooh, lovely.
your mind.
You shall do nothing of the sort.
Welcome, Outlander.
Join your war. I mean, I
What
would join your war against the Blue Vipers, too. I don't even know them. Give me a non-aggression pact and some money? Sounds good, bud. Marcus Wolfhard.
Okay.
Okay. Getting some crossbows from him is going to be great. Well, hopefully the Blue Vipers leave me alone. This may have been a big old mistake. That's a Savage Orc tribe that he should be fighting. Hopefully he deals with them. I agreed. On the off chance that one of their army comes on over, we can possibly ambush them. Citadels of Zeddy. They usually get wiped out too, though, unfortunately.
Valiant Lord.
Deals with them, though. Would this make the other lizardmen happy? You want to play it safe? That was the plan. We're gonna have both armies coming over. I'm just gonna have Alberich here go through the jungles.
Honor before glory.
Get a non-aggression with
Some
Paravon, which is gonna
chivalry
make
demand,
Alzin not
I
like
hear
us,
you.
but
I suppose
such is the way.
so.
Like I said, when you play Bretonnia, Alzin does not start at war with Paravon. That's good to know. Clearly that changed very quickly though, but such is the way of politics, especially with the Wood Elves. Go ahead and grab this Woodsman Hunt here, and then move up with Alberich to attack the
Protector
Prince of
of the
Apostles.
realm.
Hey, buddy.
For the lady.
Enjoy the void. Oh, don't run. Oh, it's because we're in the swamps. Oh man, now we're gonna take attrition. He ran. Okay, well, can we scoot back and not take attrition? Cursed swamplands.
Very well. I go.
Prophetess.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep you out of this stance then. I want to be able to actually reinforce. Pull up front. I don't mind having to
Your behest.
reinforce. We just want to make sure we have all the
My
extra buffs.
magic is yours.
I'd love to hear it. These Knights Errant cost an absolute ton in your army, so we are going to not slot them in. Your army is what it is for now. Not really looking to see what happens when you go above the peasant economy. Okay, as far as the buildings we can build in, though. The upgraded farm would give us the fire arrow bowman. We replace our archers pretty quickly there. I think walls are also a really, really good call. Losing income is great. Makes sense, but ooh, it's unfortunate. Form your ability to be a hero. Reload skill, base weapon damage, and discipline. Cool. Bretonnia is the land of heroes. Remember to send an envoy to the old world. Yeah, we've got to get this one upgraded. You're right. So we'll come on over to the royal stables. Thanks for reminding me. That'll allow us to actually get another paladin in. And then in Loxlan, we can wait on the stables and just upgrade the farm. That may be a really bad call, but I see no one nearby. Surely that can't backfire at all. This faction goes ahead and hand this settlement off to someone. I'd be very sad. Yeah, okay. We won't do any more deals. End the turn, and hopefully we can hunt down the prince and then deal with Toxic next turn. Let's do it. Oh, hello, Marcus. You understand that Tlongsla belongs to me, though, right? If you take that, I have to kill you. It's nothing personal. Though I do love that this army just kind of ran away. Yep, expected the Sentinels of Zeddy to get wiped out. They were waiting for war, weren't they?
It shall be so.
Oof. Okay, so moving through the jungle is horrifying, as one would expect. Move to here, try to do our best to replenish, and hopefully we can move across and attack them next turn. I wish we could get kind of a projected movement. That way I could see exactly how far I could move. Kind of feels personal. I mean, it's a little... Get out of here. Just joined for the first time? Hey, Hydronage. The difficulty level, we're playing on a very hard campaign and normal for a battle. SFO gives the kind of a detailed layout of what all the AI gets. I don't like all the extra buffs they get. I don't mind extra hard on the campaign, but not on the battles themselves.
Your coming was foretold.
Can you reach... Oof. We have a decision to make. Optic's army here is horrifying. We move her out of the line of protection, she's going to get attacked. I think it'll be a March stance blitz next turn. That's what we'll go for. Yeah, for sure. SFO difficulty. Yeah, difficulty as SFO. But on very hard for campaign. Alright then, we'll give it another turn, and hopefully we can sneak on across and punch Toxic next turn. Not like to keep dirtling around here in the forest with these enemies. Finish them off quickly so we can turn to greater forces abroad. In case I didn't say it before, Hydronage, welcome on in. Glad to have you. Doing alright so far. Oh, wow, okay, he's aggressively striking on out of Tlongsla. New targeting techniques have been introduced to your army's training regimens, teaching the troops to focus on the enemy's weak points. Damage from missile weapons has increased faction-wide as a result. Oh, wow, it has by a lot. I'm unsure of what's happening here. Everyone's running towards attacks at maximum speed.
I see you.
Okay, well, can we hit this? No, and he knows it. We can't even cross the river. Oh, man. Okay.
Yes.
Well, then our battle strategy is going to have to
Valiant Lord.
switch up a smidge, isn't it? In the crusading stance, we could... Did we reach Tlongsla? I'm kind of concerned because a lot of SFO has things set up where if you click on one of the stances that kind of they don't want you to take advantage of, they'll make sure it doesn't happen. I don't think we can reach though. We could reach the Lord out front, but would he stay and fight? Likely not. And then this Lizardman army would. They can't attack attacks either. They're struggling through the jungles as well. This is a really tough spot we're in, just because we can't attack anyone this turn.
Yes.
Not sure what Marcus is up to either.
I do not think so.
Are we really that scared of the attrition we're going to take? Not really. I am scared of the damage he can do. What we're going to do is we're going to go for the Crusade. We'll take a little bit of a hit to our chivalry, get some more movement. And I won't bring her over just because he will definitely retreat then. See if we can't bring Loxlan into a fight. And Toxic can fight us afterwards. Battle.
To victory!
Oh, he runs and we can hit the city. That's the way.
I serve the lady. Fortune favors you.
She has to stay outside, but we can actually move her over not in March as well. Does this leave any of our cities wide open to attack?
My lady calls.
Yes, it does.
Sorceress. The lady wills it.
Yeah, we're gonna use her as defense instead. Let's not be foolish.
Your behest?
Let's not be foolish. We'll make some more money from this battle with Loxlan here. On the Crusade! Oh, Bokui. For your crimes of making me run all over the jungle, you and your Croxigor must fall on the field. Battle. I like the idea of you betraying Marcus so you can be best buds with the Lizardman. I mean, it's an idea. Just push him right in front of that bus filled with Croxigor. This could be the incredibly cold and heartless Alberich. He's just here for Bretonnia. Because we will kind of only get one or the other, won't we? He's going to continue to make an absolute mess of things with the lizards. Alright, let's let this crusade begin. So do we actually gain? We get a good bit of extra melee attack? Not our men-at-arms, they're still terrible. Our foot squires are doing alright though, 45. Sweet business. Get this thing going. All the knights in the lovely diamond formation. Not guard mode. See, that's be a mistake. Alright, Croxigor are going to be a problem. That we do know. We want to make sure the Knights of the Realm and our two hero and lord focused on them. These guys can be closer to the front here. That's just fine. Okay. Melee infantry. Rotate them a little bit there.
We serve the king.
Nope. Looks good. Some nice shots in on the pterodons off the bat there. Do these guys have the death from above? Oh, good. Well, our peasants are going to take a lot of damage, but that's just fine. That's what they're here for. I'm going to put the yeomen on skirmish mode because I do tend to forget about them. Let's get this battle going. They're going to come towards us, which seems very smart. Pull you guys off to the side a little bit there. Let them get bogged down in the trees. I don't want that to happen. Come forward a bit. Bring you two over, and then you can kind of stay over here. Poison arrows launching on away. Let's go ahead and take you off the skirmish so I can determine where you flee to. These guys up front. Deal with it. Those pox arrows in on this skink cohort here. You guys go ahead and take your shots. Extra damage. Croxigor not going to be an easy fight, but you guys are going to be the best ones to be doing it. Mash on in. Bowman, you guys go ahead and deal with who you can. Surround and destroy these skink cohort here.
Get him! Knights errant!
Oh, get him, Knights. Glorious. Croxigor are healing a little bit, which is a bit unfortunate. Oh, we're doing just fine, though. We don't even really need a cycle charge.
For Our Lady!
We'll have the foot squires come on in and finish these Croxigor off. Alright, maybe we do need a cycle charge a bit. Let's pull the Red Knights of the Realm back. Let the Lord and Hero hold that line down.
Peasant bowmen! Quick now! Orders! Yeoman!
Oh, we got caught by the enemy skink chief.
Ride! Squires!
Trust me, bud, we're definitely not scared of you.
For the lady!
Alright, the Croxigor are broken. Now it's just time to bring down the Pterodons, which, in a fight between Pterodon and Knight, doesn't usually go in the... Oh. That poor fool there got launched. Where's my other peasant bowman? There's some more Pterodons for you guys to hunt down. Rest in peace. Yeah, they're staying up in the sky. They don't want to come down.
For the king!
It's dangerous down there. Dangerous up there too, buds. Yes, yes, lizard things. Hey, Skaven man, welcome in. Glad to see you. Well, see, now this is the Skaven that I have personally commissioned to be here. You can trust this one. You wanna chop these guys up? That'll work for me. As a moment, move on forward to the next group of Pterodons. That's all that's remaining. Oh, they're gonna try to charge on down into a fight, huh? Yeah, let's avoid that real quick and then just yeah, get out of here, you. Victory. Crusade worked out. And I'm actually going to take this opportunity. I realize we've kept going right on through. I've been having such a good time. I'm going to take this opportunity to run up and grab some more water and run a quick restroom break, and I will catch you all in about 5 minutes. Indeed, require more warp tokens. See y'all over here making deals. Deals to be had. We're gonna go ahead and claim back Loxlan here. I'm very tempted to sack these settlements every time because this guy is looking, he's pimped out. He's got a bunch of goblets strung around. He's having a good old time. I mean, they're having a good time here with the regular Occupy too. Are we gaining a bunch of gold? Who knows? This dude's throwing coins. Oh, nice. Extra 2 chivalry per turn. Being a confident attacker. Up to an additional 8. Nice. We can make sure our chivalry is solidified then, huh? All lords start with the questing vow. Sounds good to me. Things we don't have to do. Have many warp tokens for cheese. I mean,
If the lady wills it.
oh, and you can switch right on back to normal stance. That seems a little bit silly. I mean, we're gonna do it. I don't want to take any losses to my chivalry.
Lord of Bretonnia.
We'll go ahead and grab the second point into Yield of the Sea here. It's gonna be trade and from our ports, which is not helping us out just yet. But we're really just trying to go through the blue line. True. We haven't really fought the Drugi too much. If we push across the mountains, though, there is both the Bloodhall Coven and there is Rakarth. So we could be fighting with some Drugi no problem. As soon as we push through Hualadal down here. Ooh, get attacked by some random coughs from Nurgle.
Devotee of the lady.
And claiming Twonkla gives us access to some more Bretonian peasants as well, which I think is great. Let's go ahead and we will start trading out the normal bowmen we have for the peasant, the pox and fire arrows. For now, though, we'll just keep what we've got, and we'll grab some men-at-arms. But unfortunately, these guys don't have shields, but they do have bonus versus infantry, which will help out against the skinks, which do not. Skinks are just normal. These guys actually have a bonus to the infantry. No shields, so it does kind of even things out a little bit.
Honor before glory.
Let's see what the big toad tries, though. For Kevin, more training. Need the troops to be extra tough. Grail vitality. I didn't think you'd get Grail vitality already. Having drunk from the mystical chalice, Grail Knights have been transformed. Yeah, he's not a Grail Knight yet. We're just gonna overlook that. Kevin is an absolute
My
champion.
strength and wisdom are yours.
All right, love to hear it. Let's go ahead and pull on in. Yeah, it looks like we are. Well, we're starting to kind of even out with them now. They just dislike us. The defeat of the Bloodkeepers is gonna hurt things a bit.
King of the Vampire.
Getting into a fight with Harkin is probably a good call. He's fighting the Leones? Why? They're so far away from you. Oh, he's joined up with the followers. That makes sense. He's also fighting the Knights of Arrigo. Very interesting. This used to be Thorek. He's fighting against Kotep, or the deserters thereof.
Curse my crowded
The
sight.
deserters of Kotep are a different faction. They're like kind of a rogue faction. They broke off from Kotep. We're getting there. We can almost start trading with the Wardens of the Living Pools, and if we have enough gold, I'm happy to give you all some. Start trading with these lizards. Yeah, only 353? That's an easy sell. Now go back across the world pond. Oh, he doesn't want us here at all, does he? Sorry, Zlotek, we're here to stay.
Croxigors.
Starbucks on every corner. Well, now we have no money. We gave it all to the lizards. Hopefully they don't use that to stab us in the back, but this army is pathetic. All we've got to do is deal with the big
Blessings
nuke
of the
toad.
lady be upon you.
I appreciate the reminder for the envoy. The most gentle way of saying I completely forgot about this. Well, I didn't forget. I just don't think we've got that paladin recruited. Oh man, he attacked. I didn't think he could actually make it. Well, shoot. We will give this one to the auto resolve because I don't think we can fight off this many skinks even with the bowman. We'll just come on in and claim it behind them. Enjoy your house while you can. Oh no, I hear what you're saying. I was like, I didn't completely forget to recruit one, I promise. Got the almshouses. 4 must be cared for, just enough to ensure productivity. Oh great. Your wars raged long and intensely, and there is much need of soldiery on the front line, and yet your levy upon the peasant population has begun to create problems. Oh, yes it has. Look who's lost the one town. With fewer people to work them, they grow barren. Not only that, many of these men claimed by war will never return to their homes. You carry on drafting too many peasants, and I'll be guaranteed that the wheels of economy will continue to turn. Yeah, indeed. We definitely need to get that sorted out. You lose all of the buffs, and then only hit some hefty debuffs there. Let's get key tax reclaimed and back under our control.
Do you know
I love that
who
you're just
I
hanging
am?
out over here, waiting to recruit troops. Oh, it's not a great look there, bud. Can we get you back?
For now, yes.
No. And that does use a little bit of his movement.
It shall be so.
Okay. Well, we'll just move you over to Loxlan then.
Going forth.
I'll kick out 2 of these
Sorcerers.
lesser ranked peasant bowmen.
Seers.
So we're not having all of the... Oh, we have to worry about the peasant economy this turn no matter what. Okay, we'll deal with it next turn then.
Is yours.
We'll come hit talk chick. Hopefully Marcus doesn't
Very
choose
well.
to... Where are you going?
Okay, speak, but beware.
Is he going... Where are the blue vipers?
I speak for the Empire.
Why are you leaving? I'm so confused. Neither of the armies you're fighting against are down here, and yet here he comes. Hunt Marshal seems to be, he's crazy. Inch has got to him. Hombre,
is
I'm gonna
your
have
behest?
you... We'll go ahead and get rid of this peasant mob as well.
I
You
have
move up
seen your
north.
heart.
I am going to
Spellcaster.
My reputation
fix up our
precedes me.
archer situation here shortly. This costs 950, which is a fair bit. Let's grab some fire bows. Deal with Toxic. Hopefully this army doesn't have any time to recruit up. We'll see though. Also, hopefully Loxlan can actually defend itself from a single enemy hero. That I also don't know. Okay, well,
I see you.
kick him because he's boring. Yeah, he's gonna be a problem. You're absolutely correct. That's why I've been kind of irritated having to chase the lizards around so much. We're gonna cripple the lizards, or not the lizards. We're gonna cripple, get rid of both of these factions here, and then immediately turn our attentions to fighting Harkin, which will help our relations with the other lizardmen factions as well. We really don't want Itza to randomly declare war on us because we're gonna have a Lord Croak staring down our backs, and that'll be a bad time for absolutely everyone.
Protector of the realm.
Right on, Bray. I'm gonna keep you
Fortune favors you. Taking my leave.
near enough by to Longsel that hopefully he doesn't go for anything goofy.
It shall come to pass.
We'll see though, won't we?
Valiant Lord.
Toxic likely is just gonna sprint off into the horizon. AI is really, really not keen on being taken out, which makes sense, but do everything they can to hide. Yeah, let's get over here so we can start working on improving our cavalry. So improved agriculture tools so our farms give us more money. That's going to be better later on, but for now we'll just kind of move through. Upkeep production for all of our infantry. Each of your units can, or each of your regions can sustain an additional peasant. Well, that's great. Okay, yeah, no, we've made as many deals as we can for now. I have no more money to pass out. Let's crush this lizardman faction. Yeah, Croak will just dematerialize entire regiments. How about the refund policy? And it does appear, so when I was setting up things for our Drowsowith episode, and I was fighting against Ungrum.
I see much.
He doesn't have any abilities that make him invisible at all, but there were several occasions during the battle where he just completely blinked out of existence. Like, he had troops almost right next to him, and he just blinked out. He did not want to get shot by shotguns so badly that the AI made sure to dematerialize him. Yeah, this is mine now. Thank you for playing, but it's time for you to leave. Auto resolve, be nice. Thank you. No more lizards. We will go here until about a 420. That's about as far as I can push things. I usually go a little bit later, but that's pretty dangerous. All right, Marcus, you need to leave.
Lord and hero.
We upgrade. I think we want to keep these villages as villages for now. All of our upgrade should be going towards Loxlan. All of our upgrades, rather. Finally, we can start upgrading some of our buildings and smithies and things. So we've got the Chapel of the Errantry, or the Chapel of the Nobility. Punishment for knights. Punishment for knights. Melee attack or melee defense. Okay. And faction. Either one of them gives you faction-wide experience gain. Okay, and then the Bordeleaux Wine Cellar will give us the Lost Sons, which are a heroic specialist. So it's a male spellcaster. Yeah, that is quite rare for Bretonnia, isn't it? The lady either kidnaps them or has them killed. I don't know, personally. Or things with Marcus. Listen, we'll get to the envoy. You relax. Look, we got Hubald here. He is Le Gardien. He's got virtually the knightly temper. He's got an overzealous attack. I'd rather send a damsel, but this Hubald would be a great fighter.
Knight of Bretonnia.
There we go, Hubald.
Chivalrous.
Hubald has been recruited. We'll send him out on his journey to
I pledge you my
Greater
service.
Bretonnia. Oh, we'll have him probably stop at Elf Place first then, huh? You're gonna want to stop at the donut. Scoot by the donut. As long as you meet Eltharion, that should be enough to kind of set the ball rolling. Alright. Alberich is up to rank 7. How
Blessings
long
of
till
the
we get
lady be upon you.
the Trident? Oh, sweet. We get a quest battle. Should be next turn. Excellent, excellent. Let's go ahead and grab the final point to Yield to the Sea. Extra income from trade and imports. This will be great later on, but for now, meh. We're really just going for the Servants of Banan for that extra hero capacity for Paladins and Sons of Bretonnia. And even more rank.
My reputation precedes me.
Kevin will give you increased melee defense, please. One more rank for your vow.
Do you know who I am?
And then we need to go and hunt down Luther for the Grail vow there. We shall get there. Lovely.
I serve the lady.
Oh, can you catch Ratty over here?
The lady is with you.
Come here, bud. It's time to let yourself go back to the void.
The lady protects me.
Go hunt this fool down. You got more than enough.
Dalek Mine.
So as far as Marcus goes, though, he's really unwilling to make any deals with us at the moment.
The best.
It's because he's the best.
Armored in faith.
You're in the Empire, they're better than you. They know it. Yeah, Zlamhwapek is starting to deteriorate now. We are a strategic threat. Because of course we are.
Guardian of Bretonnia.
Alright, Alberich. I think we'll have you hold for now. We can grab some ROR units when we get up to there. And having random peasants that are just kind of there to hold the line for a moment isn't going to be that useful. We'll give her some pox and flame arrows. We'll do the same for Alberich here as soon as we're able to. Go hit Huantal first? Yes, I think we want to finish off the Guanji Valley before we move on further. We'll turtle up for a moment and do some raiding to the faction. Very much like to get some extra farm goodies in, but we can't yet. Instead, keep saving for the basic walls, keep Loxlan defended, and then we can go for the upgrades once I know everything is good to go. Homeland completely secured. Lizards are deadly. They can come out of nowhere with huge stacks, so he doesn't usually. He just stays in the schools. So I'm glad we got the trade agreement with him. Move on through and in the turn.
Knightly valor.
Backstab the other man thing before it's too late. I am loving this campaign, though. I love to hear it. Lustria with cavalry is very interesting. You have to really decide those charges, at least until we get the Braid of Bordeleaux. Then we get everyone around a Strider, so we don't have to completely ignore. We can completely ignore all the trees. Gifted children. Oh, the Jedi are here. Whilst absolutely observing the noble children at play on the castle, a squire observes them displaying magical affinity. See, they are Jedi. Could their latent talents be harnessed? Children of the Lady, recruit rank for damsels, or train them yourself for extra recruit rank for paladins. Well, like, we can't recruit any of these at the moment, so let's go ahead and trade them ourselves. We're closer to gaining the blue rank to give us more paladins, so that would be the better one, I think, overall.
A quest has been issued,
Ooh, lovely.
mighty lord. A great adventure.
This should let us
beckons.
discover some
Be wary, though. For
of our
while
allies
the
in Bretonnia too.
potential
We'll do some
rewards are
trespassing.
great, so too are the perils.
Hush up, old man. The Trident of Manon. Alberich dreams of a life spent questing, but endless royal responsibility keeps him from it. Opportunity arises in the form of dire tidings. The ancestral tomb of the Bordeleaux Dukes has been ransacked. Among the items stolen is the Trident of Manon, a relic of the god of the sea himself. It only takes an indelicate conversation with a few barflies to reveal that the thieves have been employed by a renegade Bretonnian, who have been grown envious of Alberich's station, sought to purloin his tools of office. With the ruse uncovered, the rival duke throws a gauntlet harshly to the ground, challenging the weak and ineffectual Alberich to face him on the field of battle. Well, that's rude. He's got 3 Knights of the Realm and some yeomen. Well, we'll probably get to this in but a moment. I don't know exactly what he's fielding, and I want to make sure I have some spearmen. Kind of hold off one of his charges. We've seen just how deadly our own knights are, so we'll go ahead and get to that in a moment. Arkin is just sitting here in Tlox.
What is your
There is no trust. Request an army from him. Surely.
All right.
Still, I think we really need to stab Wolfheart in the back. I don't know what he's up to. He's just kind of running around in march stance. Go fight the people you're meant to be fighting, you clown.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Protector of the realm. I will.
And he turned and ran. I've never seen them do that. When they have no faction left, they turn and kind of like charge right into you. What is your plan there, Ratty? Where are you where are you running to help?
My sight is yours. The lady wills it.
Here we go. Move on over into Loxlan and recruit in some lovely peasants. Let's kick out these current bowmen here that are normal and ineffectual. And we'll grab some poison archers. And fire archers as well.
Yes.
My strength and wisdom are yours.
Okay, and we'll have you jump into encampment.
If the lady wills it. Moving out.
We should still be in our territory ever so slightly. Oh, we're in foreign territory. How sad. But we'll still do the replenish thing, so that's just fine. It's not like I was going to be able to recruit anyone up anyway.
Paladin of
Switch
Bretonnia.
the Lords to fast and Heroes to fastest. Get you balls moving. Across the ocean. Lovely, this is going to get us into contact with Noctilus as well. That I'm sure is going to make him happy.
talk.
And we're still heading down towards negative with Slanhua Peck. We might have to kneecap them. Let's declare war on Harkin at our kind of earliest convenience, and we'll do so through signing a deal with Slanhua Peck. He's still dealing with all of the lizards, or the Skaven.
Protect that.
Great Skaven wars have begun.
Sorcery.
Over here abusing the dialogue writer. Oh, Aquitaine Falls. I'm actually surprised Aquitaine has lasted as long as they have. Wolfheart is just standing outside. I thought he was maybe besieging
well.
Wantal. No, he's just standing there.
I will indulge you.
Why not? Also, Beastmen. Gross. Herds of Chaos are active. The Beastmen emerge from the forest and break our things. It's quite rude of them.
Do you know who I am? For Bretonnia!
Don't know why you wish to smack talk me every chance you get, but you know who you are. We're gonna go ahead and set up some rams and some towers, and then we'll likely have to just hand this one off to the auto-resolve.
Slay them!
Slay them.
You honor me.
He's just gonna go hang out on the coast. He's just gonna go sit there and watch the sunset. His glorious empire has already fallen. What's the use of fighting?
We have
The most
met
nihilistic
before.
lizard men there ever was.
My lady calls. It shall come to pass.
We can't afford any of the other fancy archers, so we'll go ahead and hold off for now. We're really starting to hurt on our income. We need to start winning some fights. We'll just let this repair naturally there. And actually, you know what? I think we'll go ahead and just grab a building that gives us some more income. Either the tap room. What can we increase that up to? 200 to a brothel. Should this not drop your chivalry? Is there anything else that gives us more gold? Income from all buildings. So maybe you kind of stack up the windmill and the farms. That's kind of the plan there. You have your tailors similar to the Empire.
I am yours unto death.
It's underrated time. Yeah, sending some gold over to Itza may not be a bad call. We'll definitely have some extra laying around once we smack Wantal from Tzinch. We'll rifle through the drawers, find all the loose change.
Mighty warrior.
I think you can claim the Aegis with the Lord, that's what I thought. Keep on moving.
Onwards then.
Oh look, Noctilus. Say hi, everyone. Sure, he's not going to be a problem later on at all. Alright. Well, Marcus is going to move in with us. We're going to have very, very low casualties. I'd like most of those to go to Marcus. But Apostles of Change fall. I'm not sure what Marcus is up to, but he's got a plan.
You cannot control the Horde.
You cannot control the Horde. Well, good news is we're going to purge the Horde and give it to the Bretonnians, so no problem. Oh, there we go. Our deeds are noble and glorious, have attracted the Fae and Ancient Lady, who has seen fit to bless us with her favor as she rewards us for our heroism. I shine now with newfound radiance. Let no foe block your path. With the Lady at your sword and shield, brook no resistance. Strike down evil in her name. Awesome.
Blessings of the lady be upon you.
Yeah, so everyone in the army now has 10% damage resistance until they start losing their leadership. That's still pretty good. Glad to see it. Our glorious combat. Oh, now he's going for a cruise. I'm not sure what this lizard man's up to. He's probably gonna go over here and attack Burgone. A one-man final assault on our capital. I applaud it. Good luck, bud.
We have met before.
Met before. Income from industry. I'm guessing that is the weaving house. Also gives you extra recruitment capacity. I mean, it's pretty big, I guess. Not enormous, but yeah, quite large. Taylor's drop control. Growth in adjacent provinces is probably pretty good. Let's go ahead and grab the windmill here. Also increase our income from farms by 50%, which will start to negate a little bit of the negatives we're experiencing just kind of from our control. Such is the way.
Prophetess.
Guardian, protector
Alright, well, now that we
of
have
the realm.
Wantal under our control, let's go ahead and grab the Peasant's Duty. But we are having a really big issues with our controls, so maybe instead we might have to venerate the lady for a little bit. An extra control a turn is a lot, but then we would have to really be kind of keeping an eye on it because of the really big swing. Got an unpleasant climate. Ah, the mountains. We are unsuited to living in the mountains. Let's leave the Peasant's Duty on for now. If we have a rebellion, we can kind of stamp it out with Alberich.
Sorceress.
You have to stay where you're at. We can get into a war with Peggy's army here pretty soon. And that should keep both his army off our back and then the lizards as well. If we have to betray anyone, it'll likely be Marcus. Marcus will be the most betrayable out of all of them. We also really need to get up and deal with the Druki over here too, before they get too built up. Much to do. Much to do. Irvon, I cannot believe they're still alive. Ooh, grab that non-aggression now. Well, do the trespassers bring tribute? No, you bring me tribute, fool. We accept. Deals with the lizards. I think that means he is likely getting his cheeks kicked in his battle. Yeah, let's grab the military access with Parabon. We trade as well. Lovely.
Yes.
Thank you, Cassian.
Honor.
Yeah, they must have just lost their main army. Which, either way, no matter what, getting deals with them allows us to kind of increase our relations with the other lizardmen. At least we should. Oh no, Itza doesn't care. As you guys said then, let's go ahead and hand some gold over to Itza. Very small gift. Enjoy, Gorok. Really like gold. Well, he says it's pleasing. He doesn't appear to care. Oh, good grief. Hopefully he does. Oh, there we go. Gifts given. Up to neutral. Up to neutral. Alright then. No, she hasn't been moved. Right now, she's just sitting here and giving us a bit more. I think as she sits in this territory, she gets experience and upkeep. So if you're in the Crusade stance, do you lose Chivalry in Garrison? Safeguards the local settlement. Gives more experience. Huh. Quite like that. Small little bump to experience you get just for kind of hanging out. Keeping the area defended from wild boar and whatnot. Random rattlesnake encounter. Rattle will choose to sail out far away, then find some ruins. That'd be pretty cool. Well, if he bumps into the boy of the Forbidden Coast, he'd have a real bad time. It'd be real cool if he goes and finds a ruin, and his faction continues. No longer can a bad workman blame his tools. Well, so we tell them. But an imminent incursion. I thought we were about to have one anyway. Okay, we'll deal with it.
Spellcaster.
Farm building is about to go on in. We just need some more money. He's decided to go land over on Burgone. I'm not sure what he's up to. The last charge of the lizards.
Paladin.
Open meat. Altharian.
Victory.
There he is.
Have you come to help me avenge
Oh, he
my
does
father?
not like me.
If not, leave.
Let me avenge my father. How about we'll give you a trade agreement, and you give me some money.
For the fallen.
That'll do. Alright. Well, good deals with the first set of lizardmen here. Let's come on over and see if we can meet some more lizardmen, the high elves. Getting some of their spearmen will be great. We can have kind of a combination of Saurus and Phoenix Guard. Although I think the Temple Guard for the Saurus actually fight better. Better unit overall. Get dragons at the very least. Okay, I think water plows over towards Haystores it is. Irrigation ditches will take 10 turns. If we go for the chivalric code, we'll get some more chivalry, just kind of a flat bump. More armor for all of our lords and heroes, and then more leadership. If unlocking the decrees of Bretonnia just gives us access to all of these, grabbing the High Seas decree would be great. Give us more chivalry for every victory against Vampire Coast. We'll take a look. Let's grab the decrees of Bretonnia, see how long it takes to actually grab this one. And then, depending on that, we'll grab one of these other ones for our actual city then. 416 warning, I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you. I'm keeping a pretty close eye on it, but I have been known to wander.
Armored in faith.
Alright then, Alberich. We'll leave the Dark Elves alone for now, and we'll kind of come on down. I don't know exactly where the Rebel army is going to spawn at, so let's not move too far. That way we can actually reinforce wherever they do show up. Grab the encamp stance for now.
For now, yes.
For now, yes.
Seers.
Grab you some more fire arrows there. Ox and fire combination. Lovely. It was saying we have a limit to the questing knights. Is there a reason we're able to get these knights now? Oh, it's because of the building in Burgone. Questing knights, knights of the realm. Lovely. Well, these guys will give us some anti-infantry and armor piercing, which we're kind of lacking at the moment. It'll be a nice trade-off for our regular old knights errant we have. Skip on through. I don't mind a rebellion. Here's Gentleman Jenkins here.
Praise
Speaking
Sigmar.
of,
Few of art.
praise Sigmar. Yeah, we likely won't get to any more battles this stream, but we can get to some more deals and negotiation. Obi-Wan's favorite part. Oh, Rattle has decided to come on in and face his maker. So be it. Jenkins is lucky this isn't... Oh, there's our incursion. Oh, it's some rats. And they immediately besiege the city too, do they? Brutal business. Loxlan has been wiped out. The Bray herds come as well. Ah, they're up in the north. Okay. That's more battles to fight. Alright, Alberich, let's come on up.
It shall
Crush
be
these
so.
rats. You actually reach them? I think you should be able to reinforce though, right? If I bring him over closer and then... Oh, really? A decisive defeat? In what world? Alright, Crusade it is.
Very
We get him?
well, if you
Why don't we go
insist.
through the city? Ah, because it's under siege. That's obnoxious. Man, if we lose Hualotl because of cheese,
To victory!
you silly rat. Oh, there we go. Now he can reinforce. That's much better. There we go. Yeah, I thought for a second there. That was spooky. Get these rats out of my yard. Our second opportunity to execute captives on the field ever. Got a brass cleaver. That's great. Will be a
Noble.
excellent. You get more movement if you win a battle in Crusade stance.
Yes?
He says yes. I'm one to believe him. It looked like we weren't able to move any much further, and now we're able to go way past. Huh.
If the lady wills
It wouldn't let me attack the army though, so that's very confusing. Time to go and punch the Vampire Coast? Agreed.
Taking my leave.
Yeah, we served them an absolute ton of cheese.
Prophetess.
They tried to serve it to us, and it was a reverse. Hit them with the Uno reverse card so hard. Indeed, is time to go punch the Vampire Coast in the face. Would like to leave an army back to defend, but I think we'll be a bit aggressive. But march.
Sight is yours.
Can't quite
What
read
is your
while attack, that's
behest?
fine. Alberich, can you get you into march stance as well? Not anymore. It is 4:21, so I'm about out of time. I'm gonna go ahead and pass out some skills, see if we can't get to some diplomacy, then we'll go ahead and end
My
the stream there, but I'll go ahead and
reputation precedes
give you all thanks. Thanks for coming on by. This was an awesome stream. We'll continue this one as well. I'm not sure exactly a time. My stream, I don't have, since I don't have necessarily a streaming schedule sorted out just yet.
Hero of
I would
Bretonnia.
like to be,
Death
the end goal is to be
before
streaming every
What do you
Monday,
wish to discuss?
Wednesday, and Friday, with the Friday stream being kind of a late night stream,
As you
starting
say.
at around 8. Deals with Tyrion sounds good. Accept your offer, Bretonnian. Sweet. High elves are...
Alaria, the true
Oh,
of
Alariel
heart,
as well. We'll get there.
always find a warm welcome in my court.
Smash the threaten button. Slams hand on table. Aggressively. Yeah. I'll get a kind of a proper stream schedule sorted out at some point, but for now, this week, since Wolfric is likely going to be ending, we'll just keep streaming kind of each day at 1:30. And then we'll have a kind of a double up stream on Friday until I can get another series kind of sorted out, all the assets ready to go. Thanks so much for stopping by for the first episode for our Bretonnia stream, though. We made a good deal of progress, conquered the Loxlan and all of the demons that are in the area. Now it's time to move on to the Vampire Coast. We shall be getting that one in the next episode. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day there. Bye-bye.